Glad you clicked on this video. On this video, I'm gonna share with you guys my advice, my recommendations based on my knowledge, my training, my understanding on how to get in great shape, but more importantly, how to remain in great shape. While I do that, I'm also gonna be making my usual morning breakfast. So with that said, let's get the video started. Manny here, certified personal trainer, creator, owner, and lead instructor of Mannys Fitness Program. Glad to have you. Let me get the pan ready and get started with our breakfast. I'll be eating in maybe half an hour, so let's see how long it takes me. It usually takes me about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna make my breakfast and share with you guys the most important thing, number one thing to get in great shape and especially remain in great shape is building a lifestyle of proper nutrition and a proper fitness regimen. Okay, so we'll get started with that. Let me get this done. Let me show you how I measure myself. I always measure myself because I usually practice a meal plan. I'm cutting a little bit of weight right now, so I am watching my daily calorie intake, my protein intake. So one thing I do is I zero out. So basically when you put the spoon right here, you zero it out. And I usually use 10 grams. Look at that, perfect. So 10 grams coconut oil. Put it in the pan. I'll be making French toast. My kids already made some French toast this morning, and they left me the pan ready for me right here. We usually have the same routine together, so we tend to help each other out to have our stuff ready for the next one to come. All right, so while I let the coconut oil melt a little bit, creating that lifestyle, right? Creating a lifestyle. We tend to pick up bad habits throughout the years. And those bad habits might be to always be snacking or maybe eat too much of a good thing per se. Let's say chips. All right, let's talk about Dorito chips or something to be more specific. Dorito chips. Let's say you're a big fan of Dorito chips. Dorito chips are lovely. I don't have nothing against them. There's always a time and place to enjoy a bag of Dorito chips. By all means, it's not that you have to completely remove every single food on earth away from you. And once in a blue moon, something rare like that, or something that you consider to be unhealthy, you can consume it. It's not gonna harm you in any way, shape, or form, so you're good to go. But let's say you have a bad habit of eating chips too constantly. So first thing first, building the lifestyle, you have to make sure you consume the right foods at its right place, right time. That's including any treats like that. Dorito chips will be a treat because of the high sodium, high carbohydrate, and preservatives. Okay, so with that said, if you're eating chips in a consistent manner, we need to slow down a little bit. You don't have to cut it down cold turkey, depending how addicted you are to them. You can push them to the side cold turkey, but it's gonna be a little bit harder. It's possible, but you can do it, and you can do it. I usually recommend leaving it alone, maybe 50% of what you usually consume, and then little by little, 75% of what you usually consume, start eating less and less as you continue. So next thing you know, you'll be out of them 100%. So number one, removing bad habits. As an example, Dorito chips. French toast with the eggs. I usually make my French toast with over easy eggs. Check it out. So what I usually do is I poke some holes in my bread. So I have my coconut oil in there, poke some holes in my bread, and then voila, look at that. Over easy French toast. So I go ahead and poke those holes and then add the eggs. And then again, you're gonna place the egg white. I'm gonna put 184 grams of egg white. Let's see, there you go. Give or take, let's see. Okay, and 188, close enough. So there you have it right there. Over easy. This is how I make my French toast. Super delicious. Hope you guys try it. All right, so number 2 is knowing your portion control. Knowing your portion control. Because portions sometimes vary depending on the person, right? Your height, your weight, your performance in your workouts. You might have more muscle, whatever your body composition is. You have to make sure you have your portions controlled. With me, I do the meal plan, so everything's already calculated. Everything that I'm adding here, it's already calculated on my meal plan, so I just gotta follow it. But if you're not following a meal plan or anything like that, you can always use my MyFitnessPal. Check it out. If you don't have my MyFitnessPal by now and you don't have a meal plan that somebody constructed for you, make sure you get my MyFitnessPal and use that to calculate your daily calorie intake and, more importantly, your protein intake. Okay, so knowing your daily calorie requirement is going to be the big one to get in shape and then remain in shape all year long. And this is all in the matter of creating the lifestyle. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit a little bit, and we're gonna flip it around. We're gonna get our maple syrup. Number 1 was removing bad habits. We were talking about Dorito chips. I'll have me some Dorito chips, you know, here and there, not during the week, especially if I'm cutting, but maybe every other week or something like that. I'll have some chips. There's nothing wrong with that. And number 2 was knowing your portions, your daily calorie requirement. Don't just try to guess if you're eating enough or you're eating too much or eating too little. Make sure you use my MyFitnessPal or follow the meal plan that was constructed to your needs. So let me go ahead and flip these things and we're gonna go to number 3. You gotta see how good this is looking. Look at that. So I'm gonna let it cook a little bit longer. I have my maple syrup already measured. I usually get 60 grams of maple syrup. And we have our eggs almost ready. Oh, they're ready. They're ready to flip, and it's gonna be delish. All right, let's see. Okay, look at that. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. There you have it right there. They're looking lovely. And I love showing this. I think I'm going to keep this as a tradition just to make my breakfast. Because I might switch it up to the sweet potato breakfast that I usually make sometimes. But for now, I've been loving the French toast with the over easy eggs, my maple syrup, and my almond milk right there. And we are good to go. So let's move on to the next one. Of course, you guys need to see the syrup pouring. Look at that. Oh man. We got the syrup and we have our almond milk. There it is right there. There's my breakfast. That was actually really fast.
All right, so number 3 is having a good workout regimen. Having a really good workout regimen, something that you're gonna like to do, that is not a burden, that you can stay consistent with, and that you can be held accountable. Accountability, don't forget, get your fitness regimen going, get into a program, but make sure that that program has its accountability system. Without that, we tend to forget, we tend to set it aside, we make excuses. So the accountability program or the system will help you stay consistent. Without consistency, you're not gonna see results. So there it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys liked the video, you guys like my breakfast, make sure you click that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button and also that notification button, and I'll see you on the next video. Always and forever, mind, body, and strive.